Donald Trump set to crack down on unfair social media after spat with Twitter. Most crucially, he mandated a review of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, the provision which ensures that online platforms do not have legal liability for their users' material. Social media companies that engage in censoring of any political conduct will not be able to keep their liability shield, Mr. Trump said. That change, in particular, could expose big technology companies to lawsuits. The Federal Communications Commission has been directed to modify how Section 230 is implemented. Couching the order in this way means the president does not initially require congressional approval, although he acknowledged that the plan would inevitably face legal challenge and said he would bring forward legislation soon. Mr. Trump's sudden push to remold the regulation of social media came soon after Twitter warned its users, for the first time, that 2 of his posts were inaccurate. After suffering years of criticism over Mr. Trump's prolific use of the platform, it added an alert to 2 of his tweets on Tuesday night in which Mr. Trump claimed that postal voting would lead to a fraudulent election. Twitter advised readers to get the facts elsewhere, provoking a furious response from the president. As he signed the order in the Oval Office yesterday, Mr. Trump said he would have shut down Twitter altogether if there were a legal route. "I'd have to go through a legal process," he lamented. Flanked by William Barr, his attorney general, the president said the executive order was designed to defend free speech from one of the greatest dangers it has faced in American history. He said that a small handful of powerful social media monopolies controls a vast portion of all public and private communication in the United States, adding, "They've had unchecked power to censure, restrict, edit, shape, hide, alter virtually any form of communication. We can't let this continue to happen." He specifically condemned Twitter for making editorial decisions which mean it ceases to be a neutral public platform. Section 230 has long been controversial on both sides of the political divide. Introduced in 1996, it allows internet companies to moderate their sites without being legally responsible for everything they leave online. It is not a blanket protection from responsibility for users who post, for example, child sex abuse material or violate intellectual property, but hate speech is generally allowed. Republicans have argued that technology companies that ban or censor conservative users are violating the spirit of the law, which they say is to allow diversity of opinion to flourish on the internet. Democrats say that the law enables internet companies to make positive noises about cracking down on abuse and harassment while knowing that they have ultimate protection from legal consequences. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, told Fox News that he had a different policy from that of Twitter. "I just believe strongly that Facebook shouldn't be the arbiter of truth of everything that people say online," he said. "Private companies, especially these platform companies, shouldn't be in the position of doing that." But, is it decent? Social media companies in the U.S. are generally protected from legal responsibility for posts on their platforms by Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, a law that predates big social media, Henry Zeffman writes. It in effect extends to every website the ability to moderate content posted by its users, while exempting them from legal challenge for what they decide to leave up, with limited exceptions. President Trump's draft order asks the Federal Communications Commission to consider whether social media companies that edit content posted by users should forfeit their protections, potentially leaving them open to a stream of lawsuits. By asking the government agency to consider reinterpreting existing law, the president can circumvent Congress.